Hey everybody, it's Gordon Goodwin coming to you today with part 5 of my medical journey. So I'm in the hospital, put the tube up my nose, finally took the tube out of my nose, and then they let me go home because I was keeping food down, I was feeling good. And they go home and rest up for a week, and then you got to meet with your oncologist and he'll tell you what they're going to do in terms of the chemo I got to do. So I had a pretty good week. Food stayed down, energy pretty good. And I finally go to meet my oncologist. Good guy. I like him a lot. And he tells me, all right, here's the thing. So you got this thing in your kidney. We got to check that out, but we don't care about that. The big fish is what you got in your pancreas. That's what we're going after. Because there are a couple of ways to do it. There's a chemo cocktail that consists of 4 medications. You could get that. That's the most aggressive approach with significantly, I don't know if he said significantly, but notably better outcomes. Second alternative is we have another cocktail of 3 medications. Not quite as impactful on you, but with less good outcomes, and you lose your hair. And I said, well, wait a minute. I assume I'm not going to feel great on that one either. So why would anyone not pick the first option? The best option for outcomes. He goes, it depends on what the patient feels about, a lot of things. I said, well, this patient says we're going for that first one. Let's do it. Got it. So, end of the day, I'm getting ready to start that protocol. I haven't started yet as I talk to you here, but I'm going to start again in 2 days. And my expectations are a couple of things. I expect to probably not feel very good on some days, but I get 1 infusion every 2 weeks, probably 4 times. And then they will do some more scans. They might scan sooner than that. It's hard to say. But during each 2-week period, I'm going to have a period of maybe 2 or 3 days that I'm not going to feel very good. And the rest of the time, I expect I'm going to be able to do my work, which, and I'll cover that in a minute, is really important. It's a real important part of this whole process. After you go for your infusion, which by the way is a whole day, because you go to the place and first they hook an IV up and they give you fluids and they give you some medicines and some anti-nausea stuff, and that takes about 90 minutes. Then they give you the first drug, which takes 2 hours. Then they give you the second drug, which takes 2 hours. Then they give you the third drug, which takes 90 minutes. Then they give you a bag of chemo, which has a pump attached. And they hook that up to your port here, and you take that home. And you go home, and then that pump does a time release thing with that medication over the next couple of days, right? And then when it's done, it gives you a little beep, 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 beep. And then you go back to them, and then they unhook it, and then you go home. In a nutshell. And then you do it again 2 weeks later. That's the process. The plan is to shrink that mass with the chemotherapy to the point where then they can go in. They have a procedure called the Whipple. They're going to go in and take out what's left of it. That's the order of things. It's too big now. It's all kind of wrapped up with some blood vessels and stuff. It's called a non-differentiated tumor. Differentiated is kind of more formed, solid. You can tell, oh, the tumor is here to here, Not differentiated, it's a little bit, the boundaries aren't as clear. The good news is that non-differentiated tumors are known to respond better to the chemo. So, so that's a good thing. As I say, a lot of this, they are going to evaluate because everybody is different. My doctor told me he had one patient, the tumor shrunk so quickly from one course of treatment that they didn't have to do anymore. That was him. It may not be me. I know that every patient is unique. And here's the other thing. What they've stressed to me is that it's not 2000 anymore when Rich Stone got killed by this shit. It's a whole different thing. 25 years of experience and research. And they said, we have a playbook for this. And wherever you go, if you go to SC, you go to UCLA, you go to City of Hope, they're going to run that playbook. That's what they're going to do. So I'm about to start on this journey. And in my next segment, I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you what it feels like to be walking down this road. Hopefully, that'll be insightful and helpful to some of you guys. Tune in for that. Part 6 coming up.